Get a load of this!
Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik, also known as Eggface, Egghead, Eggster, and to his contemporaries, Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy McNosehair?
Up there with Ganon and Bowser as one of the longest running villains in gaming, and the most ineffectual. You see, in 30 years the man has never once beaten the blue streak, yet constantly goes on about the glorious Eggman Empire, which must exist, because the dude has an infinite supply of robot goons. So it begs the question, how does his empire even work? How does this unmitigated failure of a man even have a single factory to his name, let alone an entire empire? So of course we have to look at the very basics that he'd need. Finances, raw materials and resources, and manpower. Though manpower is less of a problem due to his near infinite robotic horde, seeing as Eggman is a genius when it comes to programming, robotics, and probably every other school of science, because why not? That in mind, it leaves finances and raw materials. Money! Everything needs money, and to fund a mechanical empire, you're going to need a lot of it. But let's start with the basics and his bog standard Eggman robot. The derpy ones that are what you would call dumb. Don't do anything fancy, probably programmed for menial labour, run at people, or just stand there and look derpy. Not a great amount of real world parallels, so let's roll with the most well-known robotics company, Boston Dynamics. Those lovable weirdos that are definitely not aiming to bring about the fall of humanity with a robot uprising. Possibly the best known thing of theirs is Spot. We've all seen the videos, we all love it, and it's the perfect place to start. Kind of. Unfortunately, I was unable to find the actual cost of manufacture for Spot, for obvious reasons. However, as I am on the internet, I can make vague, unsubstantiated claims at my leisure. Boston Dynamics is selling Spot for $74,500 US. So if we're working on a 50% sales margin at a guess, that's $32,250 US for parts and manufacture. Now even the most basic Eggbot is human sized and built somewhat more robust than Spot, but probably not all that more complex mechanically. Taking that into consideration, let's put a rough guesstimate at $100,000 per bot. Now realise he prints these things like a 40k fan with an STL file. That's an absolutely absurd amount of money being pissed out, and that's before you take into consideration his more sophisticated bots, or the giant robots, or his crazy mechanical mech things, or, you know, his entire freaking space armada. So, where is this cash flow coming from? Well, you have the casino stages, obviously, which, considering the size, could easily bring in a huge amount. Seriously, these things go on forever. How does he even get planning permission for this? Okay, getting sidetracked. It is also revealed in Sonic Battle that he sells some of his bots as security units. Not sure what company / country / despot would trust a bot sold by a known megalomaniacal terrorist, but that's for the big money to think about. But even with all that, there is no way he can fund an entire empire on defective junk and scamming people at the blackjack table. So there has to be something. And you know what? There is. I did some digging and someone on the interwebs made a pretty interesting point. Sonic 2 has a level called Oil Ocean Zone. Now, anyone that's played this will tell you that it's an ocean, right? That's filled with, get this, oil. Yeah, blowing your mind, right? The place is apparently the size of Lake Superior, which is 2,900 cubic miles of water. Some maths that I didn't do equates that to over 3 quadrillion gallons of oil, and if we base this on the current average as of writing this market price for petrol at a US pump, we're looking at over $11 quadrillion here. All those zeros that he's the sole owner of. To put this into perspective, that's about 10 times more money than exists in the world, physically or in the tangled mess of stocks and cryptocurrency. The fact that no one, not even the US, has even try to dispute this ovoid miracle of biology's claim to this basically limitless supply of money is completely insane. But this is a world where hedgehogs can travel at supersonic speeds and foxes and echidna can fly, so I think I'll suspend my utter disbelief and move on. Seeing as money isn't actually a problem anymore, ever, the next stumbling block is infinite wealth isn't going to do your evil empire all that much good if you can't use it on anything. Resources become the next big problem. Best will in the world, infinite bots, even those that explode at the merest contact with Sonic, is going to take, let me do some maths here, carry the one, a lot of resources. And considering that there is only a finite amount of resources on the planet and people are already fighting over what's left, that's going to put a big dampen on his world domination plans. But that's not even the half of it. Remember his entire freaking space armada? Let's unpack that quickly. The Gerald R. Ford, biggest and most expensive ship in existence, $12 billion to build, 330 metres long, powered by 2 nuclear reactors, with a max speed of 35 miles an hour, and most importantly, seaborne. Now, look at the Egg Fleet. Still the dumbest name, by the way. Hundreds of absolutely massive ships that are more heavily armed, more heavily armoured, are airborne, can at minimum keep relative pace with being capable of supersonic speeds while being in his birthday suit, and are capable of space flight. Picture that. Now imagine the sheer mass of metal, circuitry, fuel, and space doohickey bobs required to construct it. This dude could strip mine the entire planet and not even come close to building half his fleet. The only way he'd be able to have enough resources would be if he went to other planets and tore them apart for all their raw materials. Alright, space travel. Also Sonic colours. And seeing as the only people that could go blow for blow with him in an epic space battle were the Black Chaos Mooks from Shadow the Hedgehog that were defeated in Shadow the Hedgehog, he can literally just farm space for all his material needs. Well, right. So this man has infinite wealth and theoretically infinite resources with which to build an entire empire so advanced with such overwhelming firepower that no one can stand against him. But he keeps losing over and over again. Why?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
But there is one thing. Realistically, nothing can touch him. Yes, not even a hedgehog going Super Saiyan. So how does he keep losing? It's actually quite simple, really. Eggman is a colossal moron. There, I said it. The guy is such a massive dumbass. He has an insurmountable technological and military superiority. Yet, for some ass-backwards reason, his world domination plans, at least in the modern games, revolve around some mystical or occult nonsense. Chaos and the Master Emerald in Adventure, the Flames of Disaster in 06, Dark Gaia in Unleashed, the power of the Nega-Wisp in Colours, the Time Eater in Generations. Every time, every goddamn single time, could just have the entire world held at gunpoint and be done with it. But no, Eggtastic over here has to get out his Ouija board and consult the spirit of a long-dead Egyptian pharaoh, who will then tell him the location of some magical spring that will make his army glow like an RGB keyboard. Or something. He is constantly gimping his fat ass because reasons? I just can't wrap my head around it. How could someone that smart be that dumb? But hey, it's a video game. The hero's got to win in the end. Might as well be daft about it. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Eggman loses because he's really into his crystal healing stuff. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, or whatever you do on this thing. Until next time, I am the Resident Gremlin, and I'm off.